Hey, Bucs fans, another Victory Monday. Another Victory Monday. And for me, that means another Victory cigar. So I've got my 1926 Padron here. These are really nice cigars. They're more than 20 bucks a pop. I usually like to do that whenever we win. It was kind of my tradition this year. And they've made me buy a lot. Tom Brady has made me buy a lot of Victory cigars, and I'm loving it. Because not only is it one of the best smokes I think you can get for your money, but I mean, it's a Padron. There's two types of cigar. There's an expression out there. There's two types of cigars in the world: Padrones and everything else. Now this is a 1926, so they're really, really good. The tobacco's aged 5 years, so it's really smooth. You can never go wrong with a Padron in the first place, and this is the best of the best. Now, with that being said, as I just mentioned, the Bucs, they're making me buy a lot of these cigars. I mean, you know, every time we win, I get one. So I'm going to do something special if we win the Super Bowl. I'm not just going to get the 1926 Anniversario, which is like 20-something bucks. I'm going to go ahead and get the $40 Anniversario, which is, I think they added something to it. I think it was the 50th year. And so I'm going to get one of those, and those are $40 a pop. I've had one before. They're really good. Probably not worth the whole 40 bucks, but hey, if we win the Super Bowl, I'm going to splurge a little. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a while for us, and we have, as Skip Bayless likes to say, the worst franchise in professional sports. And it's true. I've actually been saying that for years, and a lot of Bucs fans don't realize it. In all of professional sports worldwide, we have the worst winning percentage. So technically, we are the losers of the losers. Now, every year, you know, granted, ever since the Browns came back, they've been pretty bad, but they've also got the history before the old team moved to Baltimore, and Baltimore kept up their winning ways. Imagine that. That's actually kind of funny to me, but very sore spot for Cleveland fans. But anyway, so, you know, currently we have the Browns, the Texans, the Detroit Lions. These are some of the current teams that we think are the absolute bottom of the barrel. But over the history of the franchises, the Buccaneers are still the worst winning percentage in all of franchise sports worldwide, no matter the sport. So getting to the Super Bowl again, I think it might be something to hang our hat on. Now, NFC Championship game. I'm probably going to do a few of these videos, so I'm just going to probably talk about the championship game in this one, and the fallout and stuff like that. So, NFC Championship game, we built up, we did what we needed to do. As frustrated as I was with those 3 interceptions that Brady had, we still did what we needed to do, and thank goodness, because here's the history of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not known as a comeback quarterback. He's only got, like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11, you know, somewhere in the low teens, 13, 14, you know, as far as lifetime comebacks. And he's been in the league now for 15 years. And he's been playing for about, what, 12 or 13 years? I want to put that into perspective for you. Tony Romo, the guy who chokes, he's got like 30-something. Peyton Manning has, I want to say, close to 40. He's got like 35, 36, somewhere in there. Tom Brady has got, I think, close to 40. And in college, Tom Brady was known as the comeback kid. You take a look at his days back in Michigan. You know, Michigan would get in trouble. Oh, no. They'd swap quarterbacks. Tom Brady would come in. He'd save the day. And that's the kind of quarterback that we got. And it's quite refreshing. I mean, Jameis had a little bit of that magic, but you never knew what you were going to get. Jameis was so inconsistent, you never knew what you're going to get. And so that's what frustrated me about yesterday's game. when Tom Brady was out there making Jameis Winston style interceptions, I was going bonkers. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But when it came down to it, he pulled it out and cleaned it up at the right time, because we got two masterful stops on defense. I mean, they went 3 and out after they got those turnovers. Thank goodness. And so that's something that's kind of carried over with Tom, and I don't know exactly how this fits into the whole scheme of things, because Bill Belichick's a defensive coach, and for many, many years, one of the critiques was it wasn't Tom Brady, it was always the defense. He never had a defense that was below, I can't remember what it was, 15 or something like that, and won a Super Bowl. And I think that actually held out throughout his career. And it happened again. The defense bailed him out. And so it's kind of interesting. And so basically he's carried on the same kind of thing for the most part of he's just good enough. And maybe that's what it means to be the GOAT. Sometimes you just have to be good enough. And so it's quite a interesting perspective, I think. But to me, this whole thing has been surreal. I mean, when we beat the Saints, I was completely, utterly satisfied with the season. Like, you have no idea. If we would have lost this game, I'd have been like, oh, okay, whatever, we'll be back. But we won again, and it's surreal. It's like, it's hard to even believe that this is happening. But here we are. Home field advantage. First time in NFL history in the Super Bowl. And it's going to be a tough game. And I'll get to that in the next video here. So I'm probably going to do another video on what just happened in this past game. This is just kind of there's a lot to really go over and discuss. So anyway, this is kind of a super long video for me. Till next time, guys.